attempting outpatient. And I do a lot of the outreach work also for our department. So what I'm going to take you through, it's great to see this many parents here. This is kind of a scary topic to a lot of people. So we find many times families don't come when this is really what I'm going to try to take you through are also some preventative things. So let's get started. I start this out with starting on the kids next door. I know that you're probably very familiar with this very recent tragedy in our community. What I start out with is a statement by Beverly Connors. She's a leading author and researcher into how addiction affects families. And again, the people that pay the ultimate price for drug addiction, other than the person suffering from it, are the families. And there's still a lot of shame and secrecy around addiction, which is really sad because that is why a lot of kids get lost in the shuffle. We talk about where prevention begins, and this is always a touchy subject with parents. But when we work with parents, we ask that they not drink or use for the 12 weeks their kids are in our program, and that is a challenge to some people. What we do know is that homes where alcohol and drugs are not available is a home that probably has a higher rate of kids that are not going to use. And I know sometimes that seems severe, like, well, good heavens, why couldn't I have a glass of wine? I don't have an alcohol or drug problem. This is definitely an area where you lead by example. And it's always interesting to me when I talk to parents, because I do the assessments for adolescents that come in. And the parents are always last to know. And the biggest myth about addiction is this does not just happen to kids who are not supervised, to kids who were not raised with every advantage. In fact, sometimes that can be a detriment. So as we go through this presentation, we really ask parents to take a look at their own actions too, because your children certainly are. Teens with inadequate supervision creates a perfect storm for addiction. It's always interesting to me, and I've raised 3 children, so I believe I can speak as a parent. But it's very interesting to me the amount our culture how much attention we pay to toddlers and babies to make sure they're safe, and to check out the babysitter, and most times not go out when they're little. Well, the challenge that I present after my 5 years of working with adolescents and their parents is I think when you have children junior high and above, it's time to rethink how you work with them as a toddler. Because literally, I would highly suggest to revisit some of those safe habits that you have then and now, because it is not a safe environment out there for your children. It just plain is not. And that's not to be an alarmist. Sometimes I have a stepdaughter who's a junior in college now, but I have recently gone through the growing up years with her. And it's everywhere. There is no school that is untouched by drug and alcohol problems in San Diego County. I'm referring to the high schools. But we also are getting a lot of intakes